Hi guys, this is Banches and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever. So sit back and relax and enjoy this episode. If you guys are new to my channel, go down below. Hit that subscribe button. If you guys have been here before, well, welcome back. I love having you guys here. And if you guys love this video, go down below and smash that like button. I also want to mention, guys, we are coming up to our 250 giveaway. All you guys need to do to enter, you guys need to go down below, like this video, comment, and subscribe to my channel. You guys do that, you'll be entered in to get a free copy of Transport Fever. So if you guys like this game and you want to play it, you don't have it yet, I'd say it's a no-brainer. Go ahead and go and do that. So continuing on today's episode. Today we are going to be basically making all these tracks into 4 different lines. So basically, currently we have 2 lines for each the freight and passengers for the trains to go up and back. We're going to be adding a secondary line onto these to make it 4 total tracks. This will be increasing the amount of traffic that we'll be getting on these lines. So hopefully we'll get more profits in the end. That is the idea behind doing this. So we'll have to see how this goes. This should definitely be a fun episode, and we'll be getting a good amount of profits from doing all of this. So in our previous episode, just to recap quickly for you guys, we went ahead and on this 3rd corridor here is a fairly long corridor. We completed it. We basically went ahead, added in all the freight, all the passenger lines, and it is running very well right now. I like how it's going. We don't have all that many passenger and freight trains on it, so we will stack trains on this as we continue on. Today's episode is not going to be focused really on this line too much. Today's episode is on the original OG line. This line over here, we have still so much product on it. That's why I believe today is the day that we're going to quadruple track up all of these lines. So basically, to start with it, let's just jump right into it. I'm pretty pumped for this. We're going to start over here in this city here. Basically, let's just upgrade a bunch of the stuff. That's kind of the easiest way to start. You got to just start somewhere, guys. If you don't start somewhere, it's going to take forever to do it. So just so you guys kind of understand more or less why we want to do this, how's it going to help us, all that stuff going forward. The idea for this, like I mentioned, will definitely help us expand our cities, make them more profitable, and also get goods in and out of these areas. So you can see here now, just adding some more tracks in here. It's going to be interesting to see how all this is going to run. It's all going to be running along these tracks like how we already have in here. It's just going to be kind of an extension off of them. Probably the best thing that we're going to do to start this is just go ahead and starting to build out, I'd say, larger stations first. As long as we get larger stations in here, I think that's the best bet for us to go. Let's see here. This is already that, so let's upgrade that to here. Perfect. It's definitely going to be a fun episode. I really like doing this. Kind of once you get all the base of the game figured out and everything's running as efficiently as you possibly can without really destroying what you originally did. The next major step, I would say, is to start upgrading all of these lines. So that's kind of what today's episode is, like I mentioned, going to entail. Really getting all this situated and kind of up to snuff for us. It's definitely going to be really crazy because we're going to be moving a lot of tracks to get everything correct. But hey, sometimes you guys got to do what you got to do, right? Gotta get stuff figured out, and hopefully everything works out for the best. We're definitely going to be getting rid of a track right over here. This line that I have going over here that's running directly just for wood and lumber, we're going to get rid of that. I don't think it's going to be necessary with how we're going to be basically upgrading everything. So we'll lose one line here, but that's going to be fine. We'll make up for it for sure. And the one thing we're going to be focusing on mostly today is our freight lines. We're probably not going to concentrate too much on the passenger lines. Passenger demand is really up, and it is there. We definitely could, I would say, upgrade. But I would rather, I think, first focus on freight lines, get the freight lines all situated. Once freight's all situated, then we can go back in here, and then we could go ahead and start really upgrading also the passenger lines. So this is definitely going to be a fun episode. We're going to definitely be getting a lot of things done. And let's see how much our profits end up jumping in today's series. So I'm just going to go ahead, upgrade all of these, and I'm going to start connecting up the lines. I'll come back with you guys in a little bit just to kind of give you guys some updates on everything. I don't think it's really necessary for me to show you guys every single step as I go through it, just because it definitely could be very tedious doing this, and it's not going to be the most enjoyable thing if I show you guys every single little step. So, yep, I will go ahead and get this all situated and started to be worked out, and I will be back with you guys in a few minutes. Okay guys, just a quick little update. We are getting all these tracks laid out here. You can see over here, this station is actually a very large station. We have 6 tracks in total here, with 4 of the tracks being basically run through tracks. The other one over here, these 2 just happen to be ones that go out and get resources. But yeah, they are coming along really well. You can see how it's all basically double tracked or quadruple tracked up all the way around here. We got everything coming around, and right now we are up to this city. We have about 1 more city to go. Once we get to that city, I will be back with you guys. Okay guys, and we are back. I bet you there are going to be a lots of problems with probably the trains crossing onto the wrong tracks and stuff like that. But we'll have to see exactly how it goes. At least right now we have everything all situated and it's set up. We already have the first error here. So it looks like we have a train here on the wrong track. This train here is currently on the wrong track. Let's move this guy, reverse him to go backwards. And then what we're going to do is simply fix this by bringing this train over, hopefully here. There we go. And then what we're going to do is rotate this train back around. There we go. And that will definitely sort out those issues right there. The train will stop. This train will come onto the correct side of the track. Awesome. I think that is good. Hopefully that is the only issue. I highly doubt that will be the only train that is an issue for us, but we will have to see exactly how it goes. Currently, things are looking good. We definitely have all these rails set up. You can see we already have another freight train coming in right behind here, and this train is on the right tracks. So that is awesome. I'm happy to say that it was successful basically linking up everything on these trains. So we are basically all set for the future. Definitely food will be a thing that's gonna be very helpful, having this other extra line in here, along with some other goods and stuff like that too. But I think what we should probably try to do right now is the one thing I want to do, if we start getting more goods moving onto these main rail lines here, then that's where the 4th rails start getting helpful. So like, for example, the food here, having that 4th rail here would be very, very helpful, and I'm happy to see that this will hopefully be very successful for us. Over here, having the 4th rail would also be very good for all the steel, basically. That would also be a good thing here. We'll have the woodworking. Happy to see that. And if you come over to here, I think what I'm going to end up doing is put a train, a very short train, from this area here over to this. Because as of right now, it's just really not working out. It looks like this amount of, construction materials that's on the line here, it's just not being sufficient enough. So we're going to get a line set up here. Let's get that going. Okay, so let's get this going here. We're going to have to get the 5th track on here, apply that. And now what we should also do is go over here, and we're going to have to put a station in. So let's get freight line. We're going to get this station, 1 platform. We're going to bring it up to the same distance we have currently. Place this like that, and that should run perfectly. It's going to be a super short route. It's not going to be ideal, I would say 100%, but hey, we got to get this working. Right now, I don't think we're making as much money as we should be with basically how this is all set up. So let's get this going upwards. There we go. We can get this to go up. Perfect. And then cross. Bam. And then we can have it start coming back down. Actually, better idea. Let's just connect it then straight up like that. Perfect. Alright, good. So that's going to be the train route. As you can tell, that is super short. Probably have not had a route shorter than this yet in this series, but that's okay. We'll get this going here because I really want to start moving, like I mentioned, that construction material quicker. I'm not happy with how fast it's moving. The rate, personally, I think is too slow, and we need to get more of it out onto the lines. That will definitely help us then once we get the four-legged tracks going here. So let's get this train, and we are going to go with here. We're going to go with 10 state cars for right now because it's a pretty quick route back and forth. So let's just go from here, and we're going to bring that down to this station here. Perfect. The good part, it is not going to cross over any tracks. It's going over on bridges, so it's not going to get slowed down by really anything. Okay, so now doing that, basically what we could do is straight up just eliminate, let's see what route it would be. This route it looks like, yeah. So let's just, yeah, we're going to have to sell off all the vehicles here. So let's go to Route 35. Route 35. Making good money. It's fine though. We're going to get rid of you. Sell. Route 35 is going to be gone, and we are getting rid of it. Perfect. So now also hopefully these construction materials will be coming in here way quicker. Or I say the raw materials, I should say. And there we go. It's already switched over very quickly. And we have that running well. Perfect. Okay, we have another incident here with a train. Let's go check where this one is. So it looks like this train is on the wrong tracks too. Let's switch this guy over to here. He should just go once they have clearance from that train. Perfect. So that is good. We fixed another issue. There's going to be a lot of these issues. Oh, man. Okay. That's good, though. This is going to be fine. The food over here, this city doesn't have any goods, which is okay. This city over here, we will definitely have to figure out something with, I would say, the fuel source here. If this is not going to be sufficient enough with the boats, we might have to put a train going around here and just getting it running, something like that. But for right now, we're going to try to keep this going, see how it ends up working. We have another train stuck on the line here. Okay. Let's switch this train over to. There we go. That train will start moving once he clears that train also. Okay, so it looks like we're doing fairly well overall. These airports are doing horrible. They're not making any money for us, which is okay. I kind of expected that. This is having so much supply over here. This is doing way better than I was thinking it would do. Okay. So I think for this area over here, we're going to have to get another train on this track here. We're going to have to double this up here, and we're going to put mostly boxcars on it so we can start like carrying the goods back. Let's get this going. I know you guys are looking and saying, Banches, like, come on, man. You just literally, put quadruple tracks up. Aren't you going to do anything with those tracks? We are. Right now, I'm just trying to get the demand from, say, the outer sources to the tracks. And once we get it to the tracks, that's when I'll be able to then really up the trains going around on our tracks, on our main loop lines. So I just need to get kind of more demand flowing down to our, like I said, the main freight line area. Once that's there, we'll definitely get this stuff figured out. I'm not too worried about it. I just wanted to get that set up and going just so then we could say that it's complete. That's a pretty big task that we just did, and that was definitely not easy. So at least it's completed, and I could say with definite assurance that it's going to make us money in the future. We just have to first get this stuff kind of really all operational and getting all the goods out to our freight lines. So we're going to get there for sure. All right. I'm going to get this all running. Once this is set up, I will be back with you guys. Okay, guys, so we have this line over here set up. So let's buy a train that is going to be as efficient as possible carrying some of these goods back. We're going to go for 10 boxcars. 12 boxcars. And then the rest of this we're going to do as state cars. Just because the other car that I have set up is mostly state cars and not box cars. So now swapping it hopefully will make this a better setup for what I'm trying to do here with these lines. Let's see here. Let's see, where is this line? Alright, let's just see here. This is line 42. Okay. Let's get this train out here. Let's go set to line 42. There we go. So now we have another train coming out here. That should run really well. You can see here, this train is pulling out, as I said, mostly state cars. This one's going to be mostly box cars. That will be a really good combination. And I think doing that will also start, we'll see increasing of, yeah, look at this. We're already having dramatic increases here of our coal and ore productions, which this was down for a very long time. So I'm very happy to see that this is starting to go up. We can definitely start getting more goods moving here on this line then, which will get us more steel and getting us more goods and manufactured materials overall. So good. I'm happy to see that for sure. Definitely getting these 4 tracks in there, like I said, will help us as we move forward. Yeah, I'm gonna let this play for a couple minutes here, just get a few things running a little more smooth, and I'll be back with you guys again. Okay guys, and I am back. Everything is now all cleared up on these tracks. There's no issues with it. We are getting awesome demand from everything. You can see here we have so much cattle on this line. We have a bunch of plastics and tools. Also some steel here. You go over to here, we have a bunch of food. We have a bunch of other raw materials, and it keeps going on and on and on. So to go and fix this, let's first go ahead and we're going to add a few more freights onto the original line 33. That was the original line that we originally started when we had our freight lines going here. So we're going to just go ahead and add just one more, just a couple more on there. I'm trying to just bunch them up as close as possible. The reason why is just because if you bunch them up as close as possible, then we're not going to have to, we're going to at least get as many trains as possible onto that one possible line. And I think that will be good for us just to continue growing that line if we can. Might as well get more trains on it. All the goods are there currently. So I'd say get the trains on there as fast as we can. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more trains we're going to put on this line. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put it on line 31. I believe it is, right? Line 31, yes. All right, so let's get those trains out. That's going to be a little bit to get all those trains out on this line here. I think, though, it will be good once we get every single one of them out here. These passenger trains are also running. They're running very well. If you go into here, you can see how, the stations are, let's say, performing the way I would expect them to do. I'd probably want to get maybe a few more passenger trains out onto this rail. So let's do that too. We're going to go over to this end station here, and we're going to get the passenger trains that way. So let's go here, and we're going to buy multiple units. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. We're also going to do 6 more, just because I want to see how 6 more is going to do on this line. We're going to go to line 9, and those guys are going to start coming out too onto the rail. So we have some trains coming out from here. We have some trains coming out on here. But yeah, we're going to have to get all these out here, see how this starts working. I'm hoping getting all these trains out here, one, we're going to start getting all the raw materials to start going down, or all these construction materials will start to go down. I'm hoping also we'll start getting to ship more of this raw material to elsewhere. I'm also hoping we'll get this food moving and also all this material over here. If we can get all that stuff moving, that's going to be really good. That means we can also then get those secondary part of those lines, the actual freights that are going to the resources, those lines getting more trains on there and everything like that, which will also then keep producing more goods, in turn putting more goods on the track. And at that point, that's when we'll be able to use the 4th lines that we put in here. So that's just going to be a little bit of ways, but we are still pushing forward here. You can see the trains are coming out onto the tracks. Let's see, has any of them even came out yet? They might not even have come out yet, to be honest. Yeah, they're probably all just waiting. Alright, so these trains are going to wait for probably just a little bit. I'm going to take some signals, because for right now, it looks like these trains are waiting to even just come out of the shed. So we need to get these trains to even just start coming out. So there you go. So they're going to come out this way, it looks like. So let's get one here. One here, one here. This is going to be a difficult one. Go. One there. There we go. All right, so that's good. That's how the freight trains are going to come out. They should come out onto the tracks pretty quickly, I'd say. And then let's also get this side going here. So this is going to be one here, one here. I care more about the trains coming out on the tracks than them coming in. Just because going out, I need them to be out close to the line so we can actually get the trains out. You can see here, what do we have? Do we have any signals? Yes, we do. So we do have some signals. If these trains are going to come out this way, I'm going to also put some signals over here. See, and these trains then will start coming out onto the tracks quicker. Perfect. So we're going to do it this way. It might actually cause a little bit of backup. Hopefully not. We'll have to see exactly. So as you guys can tell, if I back out here, you can see where everything is starting to pile up. We have so many goods and resources piling up in certain areas that it's getting very difficult for certain things to ship. So for that reason, I think that's why I really want to get that extra freight line going here. So let's get into here. Well, looks like I already had a train in here. And start buying some more trains to get the secondary line going here. We're going to pump that up into here. And now we're just going to build the exact same train we have currently out there. So there we go. That's our normal length train for us. Let's get a few of these. We're going to go with 4 up here to start. And let's get this on our newest line down here. There we go. So those trains hopefully will start coming out onto our new line. We are also going to do the same thing over here, but I'm going to get a few. I'm only going to get 2, I think, over here. So pump that up to there. And then let's do the same thing here. Hopefully this ends up working out. This is a fairly large investment that we are making here, and I'm not entirely sure if it's going to work. So there we go. And once again, there. So there we go. That's coming out. And now for the last and third location where we have a depot here. Let's do 4 down here. There we go. And we're going to push that up to there, and the same exact thing. Okay, you guys will have to let me know what you think of this idea of doing the 4 tracks around it. You know, we could have just connected it all as a circle loop and kept going from there. Like I mentioned earlier, I kind of wanted to try this out first and see how this ends up working. I think this sounds pretty cool, and it'd be nice to have multiple tracks going right now, just because we do have some good amount of resources flowing. So there we go, and let's also put this on that track. So there we go. We'll have now all these trains coming out, and the good part about this, hopefully some new resources that will be shipping over will get transferred over to this line. If we go over into here, let's see. Currently there's nothing in here, so that means we shipped everything that we have in here. That is actually pretty crazy. I think that we shipped it all already, and that this is actually making this many materials. Jeez, that's pretty mind-blowing to me too. So I'm pretty surprised that it's even making that many materials, and the trains are not even able to keep up with it. How many do we have in here? Yeah, that's pretty crazy. So hopefully this gets going well here. Hopefully these resources also get brought down, but we will see probably in the next episode how this ends up working. All the trains are going to get out here, and it's just going to take a little bit for everything to get really situated for this episode. But yeah, overall, it's working pretty well. And I think this is going to go over pretty good for, you know, future episodes and trying to figure out how everything else is going to work, especially getting everything all situated and getting it all worked out, because it's definitely going to look very interesting for sure, and hopefully our profits jump substantially. So once again, guys, my name is Banches. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Transport Fever. If you guys enjoyed this episode, go down below, hit that like button, leave me a comment, and also subscribe to my channel. I would really, really appreciate it. I'd love to hear what you guys are thinking about this series we got going so far. Also, if you guys remember from the beginning, we have a giveaway going on. The giveaway is so close. We're going to get to 250 subscribers and give away a copy of Transport Fever. So if you guys want to get in on this giveaway, go ahead, like this video, Comment down below and subscribe to my channel, and you'll be entered to win a free copy of Transport Fever. Until next time, guys, my name is Banches. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. See you all later.